Hi, welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Sunday special is chicken and noodle soup. The ingredients you need are 2 chicken breasts, 3 egg noodles, 1 onion, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 mushrooms, 1 pepper, 1 lemon, 1 chicken stock cube, a pinch of mixed herbs, a splash of Woursterchire sauce and ground black pepper. Next step is to prep all your ingredients. I'm going to start off with the raw chicken. First step is to slice your chicken in half, like that. And do small, medium slices, like that, with your knife. And do the same with your other chicken. Be careful with your fingers so you don't cut yourself with your sharp knife. I'm slicing my chicken like this. After when you've got nice sliced pieces of chicken, you place it in your bowl. After when you have done your chicken, you clean your knife and chopping board so you can do your vegetables, so you haven't got raw meat on the knife, so you're not cross-contaminating your vegetables. Next step, I'm going to chop the onion. First step is to chop the ends off the onion. I like to place it on this flat so it's easy to chop. Then chop the other ends off and then peel it. And take 2 layers of the skin off the onion. And do the same with your other onion. Yeah. Next step, after when you have peeled your onions, you finally slice it like that, and you finally dice your onion. And after when you have finally diced your onion, you place it in your bowl. And you do the rest of your onion. Next step is to chop your ends off your garlic and peel it. Chopping the ends and peeling the skin off. Just like that, and you do the same with your other garlic before you start crushing them and chopping them off finally. Next step, after when you have peeled your garlic, you get your knife on top of the garlic and you press down, and then you finally slice it and dice your garlic into little pieces. So fine dicing garlic, and you do the same with your other garlic. like I show you again, you first put your knife on top of your garlic. And you press down with your palm of hand. And finally dice it. After when you have finally diced it, you place it in the bowl with your onions. Next step is to prep your mushrooms. First you chop them in half and finally slice them into pieces. Be careful with your knife so you don't chop yourself like that, and do the same with your other mushrooms. Finally slice them. You should have pieces like that, and you place it in the bowl. Next step is to prep your pepper. You first chop your head off and you de-seed it. You take all the seeds out and you give it a tap on your chopping board. Get all the seeds out and the little bit of all the skin, the white pieces, the white flesh, and still give it a tap. You should have all the seeds out. After when you have de-seeded your pepper, you first chop it in half. Slice it. Turn it around. And you want to do medium size chunks like that and place it in your bowl with your mushrooms, and do the same with your other pepper. First slice it downwards like that, then turn it around and finally dice it like that. You should have nice medium chunks. With your top bits, trimmings, you just go chop them like that. And that's it. Next step is to do your carrot. You first chop your ends off your carrot. And you peel it with your peel your carrot with your peeler, going round the carrot with your peeler. Be careful you don't cut yourself with the sharp blade. After when you have peeled your carrot, you chop it in half like that, then half again, and finally slice it like that and place it in your bowl. and do the rest of the carrot. And finally, also chop your lemon in half so you can squeeze in later on when you have cooked your vegetables, chicken and stock. Next step, after when you have boiled your kettle, you place 500 ml of water in a measuring jug and you add your chicken stock cube to your water and you give it a good stir with your fork till all the stock cube has evaporated into the water. Next step is to switch on the hob so you can start frying your ingredients. I'm switching on the hob and switch it to high and let that heat up. Wait for a few minutes before you add your ingredients. Step to do after when you have switched on your hob onto high is to put your chicken in your frying pan and let that sizzle for a few minutes and break it apart. With your wooden spoon. Hear that sizzle. Hear that sizzle. After when your chicken is now brown, you add in your onion and garlic and let them cook for a few minutes so the onion and the garlic get a bit brown, and you will also be able to smell the onion cooking. And give that a good stir with your chicken. You can definitely smell them onions and garlic nice and brown. So now it's time to add in your mushrooms and peppers and give them a good stir. And get right to the bottom. I'm doing a chicken and noodle soup, but you don't have to use chicken if you don't want to. You can use any kind. You can do a vegetarian one, a prawn, or a pork, whatever you fancy. Next step is to add your carrots to your pan and give them a little stir before you add in your stock. After a few minutes, you now add your chicken stock. To the pan, and you give it a little stir. Next step is to add in your egg noodles to your stock. Don't worry about being too big, they will break down when you put the lid on to let them simmer, so do not worry, and give it a stir. After when you have stirred your noodles for quite a few minutes, now you add some seasoning in. You start off adding some black pepper. Give that a stir for a minute. Now add a pinch of mixed herbs in. And also a splash of Woursterchire sauce, and then give it a good stir before you put it on to simmer. Just give them a stir for a few minutes. So you've added in your mixed herbs, black pepper and Worcestershire sauce. Now you put your lid on your pan, and now you lower it to simmer. I have put it on low and let it simmer for 5 to 8 minutes. So the noodles can go soft and the rest of them break up. When you have nearly got to the end, you add a bit of lemon juice in, just to give it a little bit of flavour. You squeeze it and you put your hand over it so none of the pips go in the pan. You do the same with the other one. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming soon.